Thinking, and we are live.
We
Hey,
here, we live.
hey, everybody.
What's going on? It's the rundown. We about to run some stuff down on this beautiful Sunday.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Ah,
Let me share this to my page. Yes,
he's
we
like, yeah,
ready to go. Okay, I got it. Share
you got
now.
it.
Everybody, what's good? What's good? What's good? It is your boy, your dude, your homie. Y'all already know who I be. It's your boy, the one. Who else? What's going on, y'all?
What's
I am
happening?
here. I have my lovely two night and day co-hosts. They like night and day, I got
Nice.
the red bone herself, E Mac,
What's good, everybody?
in the house. And we got Caramel. She say she always keeping it real. Miss
Yes,
Dark and
yes,
Lovely.
yes.
What's going on?
Yes.
Caramel.
What's up, everybody? This your girl Caramel right here.
Keeping it real all the time,
Yes.
and all the
All
So,
the
time,
time.
keeping it real.
so y'all
Thank you,
already
girl.
know how
Thank
we
you.
do. Everybody that watches and has watched our show, we crazy. We get it in. We have fun. And we just make it do what it do, man. So that's just us. The rundown, man. Ward Media presents the rundown. And listen, we have, man, y'all, we got a very, very special guest. My
Yes.
dude, my homie, my bro. Man, we got
Yes.
none other than Nico, my man, Ali Walsh on
Yes.
the rundown on the show. Let's give it up for him, y'all. Yes.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for
You
having
go.
me.
You go.
So let me
I
get,
think we're
let me
gonna have
give you
fun.
guys a backdrop about Nico. This is an extraordinary young man. He has stepped onto the boxing scene, y'all, and has been lighting it on fire. He's been doing his stuff, thizzle, doing his thing. He's been parking lot pimping, doing all that good stuff, doing what he do. And my man is he's a rising star on the boxing scene. He's knocking people the hell out. And, he ain't taking no no's for nothing. He's just making it do what it do.
Yeah.
And my brother, I mean, he's just a very smart, witty cat. I've just come to kind of know him, but heard so much or whatever about him. He's actually born and raised in the Shy, just like all three of us,
Yes.
Chi-Town,
All the great
born and
ones from the
raised.
side.
So hold
All
on.
the great ones.
Hold on, the war. I don't mean to cut you off, but Nico, are you south side, west side, east side? What
Uh-oh.
you know?
Okay. South side.
Ah!
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's good? Okay. Okay. Yeah. South side.
South
That's where
No,
I'm
side
that's
in
from.
not
the
good.
That's where I'm
Hold
from.
on, Nico. That's
building.
not good. That's not good.
That's good.
West side
Yeah,
is
I'm
yeah.
west
sorry.
side
She,
all the
I can
time.
be
she's a
whatever
West
West
side,
Sider,
side,
honestly, I
west
can be
unfortunately.
whatever
side,
side,
west side. Can we get
we
it
want me
right?
to be.
Oh my God, that's
West
Yeah,
side.
all right with
That
me.
is funny.
unfortunately, she's Caramel is from the West Side. We have to just pray
No,
for her.
fortunately, I'm from the west side because
I
yeah,
used
that's
to come
nothing but
over to the
greatness.
West Side to
Nothing
visit
but
her, and I
greatness
would
on
have
the
to
west side. Nothing but greatness.
I would have to hurry up and run in her crib when I would come visit her on the West Side.
You just never
Um,
know. The west side, you just gotta get in, get out.
We're not doing that today.
Love
That's what
you.
we're not doing.
Love
yeah,
you.
That's
it's
that's what
all
we're
Hey,
not
love.
doing.
Chicago is Chicago. Any place outside of Chicago, we're together now. There's no side. It's Chicago.
You're right. And you know what they say? If you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere.
Anywhere.
So
Yes,
Yeah,
Anywhere.
yes.
so glad that you are South Side, which is the best side. I just want
What,
to
girl?
clarify.
Thank
I
Mm.
just wanted to
Nah,
just set the
nah,
table straight.
nah, nah.
you.
The war. Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
let me finish
Chicago.
introducing my brother. He's born and raised on the South Side, but
Yes.
currently now lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. And my
Yes.
brother is, like I said, he's just he stepped onto the scene, and he is just doing what he's been born to do.
Yeah.
And he is none other than the legendary grandson of the legend Muhammad Ali, Nico Ali Walsh. My brother, it is our pleasure to have
Yes,
No,
you
thank you guys.
yes.
Thank
on
you
the show.
guys.
Yes.
Thanks for
Mhm.
having me.
Yeah.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming on. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on, training and different stuff like that that's popping up. And speaking of which, well, who's your next fight? Who do you want? Matter of fact, who are you calling out? Are you calling out anybody? Do you want it to fight? Who do you want to fight next? What's going on, bro? Give us the tea.
Honestly, I don't know. You know what? You might actually appreciate this. I'm an old school guy. I like my grandfather and all those old school fighters.
Yeah.
I'm not for really today's era of social media call outs, this and that. I'll fight whoever they tell
Oh,
me to
that's
fight.
right.
And honestly, I think the biggest thing nowadays, in my heart at least, is just putting on crazy fun fights. So whoever this next guy may be, I don't care. I just want to put on an
Yeah, bring
amazing
it.
fight.
Bring it. Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you would really like to fight though?
The top. Okay, so I fight at 160 in the king of boxing right now. I think is Canelo. I don't think I obviously wouldn't want to fight him, but he's the king, and if you want to be
Yeah.
the king, you have to beat the king.
Yes.
So there's levels
Yeah.
to boxing. No
Yeah.
one's on his level like right now. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
one day, if I want to get there, that would be the guy to face.
Okay.
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 Cool. Cool.
So
You know, go ahead.
go ahead. No, so I just have to ask, you come from one of the greatest of all times, Muhammad Ali, and that name in itself
Yeah.
comes with a lot of expectation, right?
Mhm.
Given your lineage and your bloodline, like how does that make you feel as one of the most up and coming boxers coming from that legacy? Like how does that make you feel?
Honestly, I don't think much about it. I know a lot of people, everyone talks about it. Everyone talks about
Yeah,
my grandfather. But
yeah,
to me, he's just my grandfather. Like it's still so weird to me that so many people know and love him.
yeah.
Because to me, it's just same
It's
way
just it's just
your
tough.
mom is just your mom. Or
Right, right.
just family.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still very weird. But I don't think much of it. But
Good.
I love the appreciation and the love I receive from through him. Everyone loves me now because they loved him.
Absolutely. And I think that's super cool, Nico, because you are creating a name for yourself, right? And I think that's
Yeah.
super important. You're establishing your brand and just who you are in this industry. So I think that's super dope.
Thank you. Thank you.
For sure.
No, it's tough trying to, you know, I'm following in his footsteps through boxing, and
Yeah.
it's a tough shadow to break out of because I think he's the greatest fighter of all time ever.
Yeah.
Yes, of
So
course.
for me to, have the same name Ali and then try to break out of the shadow is tough, but
Yeah.
nothing's impossible, and I can kind of use that difficulty as motivation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's been the hardest part far as being the grandson of Muhammad Ali and then you're actually following in his famous footsteps of boxing? What's been the hardest part of coming behind that?
I think honestly, I think the hardest part has been learning on the job. If you look at like other boxers that are like me, like who have I think I have 11 fights at this point. I think I have 11 fights. So if you look at other fighters who are like me, these guys have had over like 200 amateur fights, whereas I had like 15. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm being given opponents, tough opponents, hard opponents because everyone knows my name, and I kind of have to learn and get better as a pro. I almost have more pro fights now than I did amateur fights, so I have to get better on the job. I don't have time like other people did to train since they were babies, and prepare
Mm-hmm.
for this moment. I've got to be prepared for this. I have to prepare for this moment now, so I
Yeah.
think that would be the toughest part.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened that you haven't hit as much of the expedition fights as the other fighters? Did you start a little later or how did that come about that you've hit less?
Yeah, I started later. I mean, late later in boxing terms. Boxing years is like dog years. Like it's like
Right.
1 year is a super long time. So a
Hmm.
lot of these guys that are at the top today, I mentioned Canelo. He started when he was before he was 10 years old. I want to say he started when he was like 7. I started when I was 15. So I didn't have those extra 8 years, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 8 years in boxing is a long time, and it's just more experience and
For
experience you can't
sure.
replicate.
For
So
sure.
I did start late, but I'm playing catch up and I'm learning on the job and getting better as time goes on. I think everything happens for a reason.
Hmm.
So I'm glad I'm in the position I'm in now.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I
So
piggyback off of that real
go ahead.
quick?
Go
I
ahead.
just want to
Yes.
ask, so what made you say, okay, this is what I want to do? This is what I want to become? Other than your
That's
grandfather,
that's a
because
good
we know who
question.
your grandfather is, but what made you feel like this is what I really want to do?
Yeah.
So I was raised with I was raised real close with my grandfather. We saw him all the time. Um
Yes.
so like my family's from Chicago, but I was raised in Las Vegas and he lived in Arizona. So it was a 3.5 hour drive to his
Yeah.
house. We were going there all the time. We were there for all the occasions. And so that being said, I saw this guy who was like superhuman, and I heard about his past. I was like, oh, he was a boxer. I want to box. Like if
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was, if he was like if he played video games for a living, I would say I want to play video games for a living. I
Okay.
just I wanted to be like him, and
Yep.
so that's what I did. And then once I said I want to start boxing, then he jumped on board and he was like, okay, you let's do this. Like,
Yep.
I'll support you. And then
Yep.
once I got his support, it was over. I said I knew I have to take this to
Yeah.
the absolute top.
And
Yeah.
that's a blessing. That's
Yeah.
definitely a blessing.
For
Go
Yeah.
sure.
ahead.
So we see a lot of fighters that fought in the past and they kind of give like day in the life of what they do to prepare before the fight. Like walk us through what you do to prepare for those events. Like what's your go-to?
Okay, so I'm a very family oriented guy.
Okay.
So the day of the fights is well, fight week is extremely busy. There's a lot of interviews
Yeah.
and just talking to press and just talking. And a lot of fighters like myself are cutting weight, so they're
Mhm.
hungry and thirsty and they're mad. So they've got to do all these interviews and stuff
Yeah.
angry. But I kind of have like a poker face where I'm always like in a good mood, so nothing
Yeah.
will ever shoot me out of character. But
Yeah.
it's still tough just to hide from, the fact that I'm starving and thirsty, and then I still have to talk and do all these interviews. But when it comes to fight day, that kind of stuff is away. I hang out with my family for all the hours leading up to the fight. I eat my good meals. That's kind of like my ritual. I hang out with my
Yeah.
family. We listen to music. We watch little movie clips, and then
Hmm.
then we head to the arena, and we do
Yeah.
that every single fight.
That's so dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real cool.
Family keeps you centered, keeps you grounded. Like
Yeah.
that's right.
I wouldn't have it any other way either. So yeah, that's pretty dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
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 Nico, I saw somewhere that you said that you were born for this.
Yes.
Why do you feel that way?
I just, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, like some people they say like have like callings. I just never saw when I was a little kid my life going in this direction.
Yeah.
Um, I never saw that because that's not what I wanted as a little kid. But I felt drawn to it. I felt there was no escape from it,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
that's why I think I was just born for it because there was no escape. At every turn when I tried to quit, when I tried to leave boxing, I wasn't. I what like the world pushed me back to it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I never actually quit boxing. The one time I did want to quit, that I was about to just hang up the gloves, seriously, I told my grandfather, and I was waiting for him to give me the okay, like, yeah, you can quit. But he said, no, don't quit. And once he said
Right. He's like,
no, I was
nope.
like, okay, well, that's the last time I'm asking that. And so
Okay.
I was 15, but I was only a year in. I was only a year
Yeah.
in, and I was like, this is a rough road. But ever since then, I was like, yeah, I'm born for this.
You
Yeah.
almost thought you had it easy out, huh?
I was listen, if anyone could give me an out, it was the guy who is the reason I started in the first place.
Okay,
So I
okay.
was waiting
Right.
for him to say yes.
His
And he
approval.
didn't,
Right.
And
of
he was
course.
like, nope,
So
nope, you stuck in it.
yeah, that's right.
I got a
It
And I
quick
haven't
reminds
question
me
for
moved
you.
of
since.
it
I got a
reminds
quick
me of
question.
that saying, many are called, but few are chosen.
True,
Yes,
true.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. My uncle says that all the time. And it's true. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But you know, if something is truly meant for you, there's nothing that I believe that
That part.
you can do to get away from it.
That part. But I got a
Yes.
good question for you. I do have a question for you because, as we know, Muhammad Ali has achieved a lot in the boxing arena. Are there some of the goals that he's achieved? Is there anything that you would like to, maybe break those records?
Yeah, you know, he did so much, especially for his time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would say there's an exact record I'd like to break, but when it comes to my grandfather, he was he broke out of he broke out of the mold of boxing. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you guys are boxing fans, like if you guys are boxing fans, but it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter because you guys still know who my grandfather is. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
like I can say there's a bunch of boxers now that I love and the boxing community loves, but if I say it to a person, a random person in a village in Africa, they won't know who I'm talking about.
Right.
And I say Africa because that's where my last fight was. We had to fly all the way to Africa, and I fought there.
Um,
And everyone there knew who my grandfather was, and it wasn't because of like boxing. They knew he was a boxer, but he just broke the mold. So if I want to break any record that he broke, I want to do that. I want to break the mold of boxing and be outside of boxing. I don't want to just be Nico the boxer. That's boring because then only the boxing
yeah.
community will appreciate
Yep.
me. I want to be, I want to break, I want to change the world in a way, kind of like he did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
My grandfather was a minister and everything, and one thing that about my grandfather, he was the same way at home as he was out in the streets or at church.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed that you had said kind of the same similar thing about your grandfather. He was the same way to the waitress or the janitor
Yes.
that he would be to a king or a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, he was he was the same person and treated them the same. Like just seeing, even before I knew I was gonna interview you, I always watch clips of your grandfather to get like inspiration to
Yeah.
just to have that type of mentality. It was basically back in the 60s, 70s, it was like the world was against him because of his beliefs
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and what he stood on.
Yep.
And he had the mentality, F you, the hell with all of y'all. I don't give a damn about you freaking critics. I know what I believe in. I know what people in other countries have done to me and haven't done to me. And they welcome me and they support me more than the people do in the country that I live in. And
Right.
for him to stand up and be a voice for his people and for a generation, that's got to make you proud, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I watch him and I'm proud because I lie to you not, I always watch Muhammad Ali videos, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King, and I get like these dudes were just so their minds were so just on a whole nother level mentally.
Right.
And I learned so much from them. So, like, man, how was that growing up around your granddad? Like, just the type of guy that he was, man that he was. Like, how was that growing up?
It was awesome. I mean, again, like growing up, I just saw, we all called him Poppy, so I just saw Poppy. I just saw my grandfather. I didn't see anyone else. That's like, as far as I was concerned, those were two different people. The people I saw in the videos, and then the people
Mhm.
that I was, hanging out with, doing magic tricks with. But yeah, no, still, it was just like, people want to talk about inspiration. That was inspiration to me,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it was just crazy to be able to look up to that and like see like a real life superhero.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was insane growing up and being able to look at that, and then like, instead of me wanting to wear like a Superman cape or a Batman shirt, I'd want to wear the shirt of my grandfather because it was like the
Right.
same thing to me.
Uh-huh.
So it
Yeah.
was so cool.
Yeah. I wanna kind of dive into some of your record, your fights. You have 5 knockouts out of your
Yes.
wins. Okay. I wanna get your perspective on the loss with Sona.
Yes.
Um, and
Man, you just gonna take my question, man.
look,
God, dog, that's what I was gonna tap on to him next. But go ahead. Go ahead.
We
like
can both get into it.
it was so many mixed reviews. They felt like it was a split. They felt like,
Yeah.
so I'm a big person. I'm a big believer of, if you have a craft, you critique, like, you are your biggest critic, right? So looking back at that, what would you say could have been done differently for you to
There's a
change
lot of
the outcome?
things. Like in terms of like boxing terms, like
Yeah,
I boxed, I fought on it was a fight. It wasn't a boxing match. And for
yeah,
a fighter like that dude, it should have been more of a boxing match. But
uh,
I just, like, I was hurting him, like, again, I don't think I lost. But I lost. Like, that's what it is on the
right,
books. And
right,
so I was just hurting. I was hurting him a lot, and I was kind of getting excited. So I was like, you know what? I'm hurting him a lot. I'm gonna just turn this. I'm gonna just make this ugly. And
yeah,
I really shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I should have,
mm,
boxed. I should have been more patient and boxed him from the outside, punched him,
yeah,
like, because my reach is, I'm taller than him, I'm longer than him, I'm stronger than him. So I should have just used those attributes where I kind of like went to his level and fought like a street fight. And
yeah.
I shouldn't have done that.
Ah, that's interesting. But it's like, what do you do in those moments? Like, I know, like, there's something in you that activates, right? And I
Yeah.
know a lot of times, even sports, like, my son is a quarterback, and one thing that we
Awesome.
always teach him as coaches is you have to have a short memory. So
Right.
when you're in that boxing ring, like, I could just imagine what's going through your head, the pressure, like, getting the job done and doing it effectively, right? Like, making sure that, everything that you have trained and prepared for, like, bring it to that forefront. So, man,
Yeah.
like, big ups to you, but look,
Thank you.
to be a boxer, that is a whole, like, you are a special person in my book.
I
Like,
I mean,
everyone
listen,
can't do that.
I hear what you're saying, and boxing is tough, but like, quarterbacks have to memorize plays and routes. I
Yeah.
would never do that in particular. I would
Right,
never
right.
do that. But yeah, no, I feel like it's more reaction. My coaches now say it's not thinking, it's reacting.
Yeah.
So the way I think of it is like, when you're in a doctor's office and you have like your knee up and they hit your knee and your knee like
Right.
bounces,
The
you don't
reflex.
think in your head, I'm gonna bounce my knee at the moment of impact. It does it. Like, your body just does it. And that's kind of how boxing is. Like,
Yeah.
you're trained for so many months for one moment, for one fight, that your
Mhm.
body just, like, you shut your mind off, and it just reacts, and it reacts and
Mhm.
reacts. So that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oof.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
So, a lot of people don't know, and the girls don't know this either.
How you know
that
what we know? Hold on. How you know what we know, Ward?
Oh,
I know
I
what
let's see
the
probably
what this
don't
hell.
know.
is.
I probably
Like,
don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the
I
towel.
know she
I
don't
probably
know.
don't know.
I
Hey,
know Caramel don't know.
there we go. No.
I'll take
That I
that.
do know.
All right.
But
Go
the
ahead.
girls and probably everybody else don't know that you used to train at Leo High School, my high school alma mater.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I definitely didn't know that,
I did
but
not know that
hey.
Yeah,
either.
no,
What I
I've been
tell
there
you?
several times. I met the president of Leo, and yeah, no, I feel like I had to go there because I'm from Chicago, so I had to. Leo is, to my understanding, is people know Leo High School, so
Sure.
I trained there, and I think
Yes.
it's so cool that they have a boxing gym in the high school. That is insane. I wish I had that here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah,
cool.
So
yeah.
going so kind of tagging off to that point, like are there any young fighters right now that you are mentoring, helping and teach and just mold as you're learning and going through your journey right now?
Anyone who I get a lot of I don't know if you would say fan mail, but like
Hmm.
I get a lot of that. A lot of people asking questions,
Yeah.
and so anytime I get a question or anything like that, I will always answer. I will do whatever I can to help, but I'll never be that guy that is so ego, because there's egos in boxing. Every boxer has an ego, but some of
Yeah.
these guys, their ego gets so blown out where they can't help anybody. It's just
Yeah.
me, and I'll
Yep.
never be that guy. So I will
Yeah.
always help when I can. If
Yeah.
ever given the opportunity to help, I'll never turn my back on it. But I try my best. I could probably do more though.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Nico, what did you learn most from your loss that you just experienced? What did you learn most, and what did you take away from that will help you in the future? Because like I know you said that you really believe that you won.
Yeah. No,
So
I you learn more from you learn more from your bad days than your good. Um and I don't know. I mean, it was just like it was an experience that you can't replicate.
Right.
So when you're taken to a part where things are tough and you got to push it through and do this or that, it makes you think. Everything isn't always sunshine, so I can't be knocking out every single opponent. If I did, I wouldn't be learning nothing. There was something
Exactly.
would be off. Something would
Right.
be off.
True.
Right.
Even Mike Tyson lost. Even my grandfather lost. So there's those losses you learn from them, and they can make or break you. And I feel like it's made me as a fighter. I've only had one fight since then, in Africa, like I mentioned, and that fight was an awesome win. And I'm just getting better and better and better. So I think that loss really shot me upward.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So let's kind of change pages a little bit. So when you're not training, when you're not boxing,
Yes.
fights, I know you said you're really, really big on family. Like, what are some of the things that you like to do outside of your profession?
See, that's tough because I'm a boring dude when it comes to like partying and going out. I don't ever do that.
Yeah,
I don't ever go out and party. So
you're not missing nothing. Mm-mm.
yeah, I mean it's well, listen, I'm in Vegas also, so it's the opportunity is always
Oh, I'm
there.
sure. I'm
It's
sure.
always there. There's no such thing as the weekend. The like Mondays, the clubs are open. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, like they're open every day.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know. I would honestly, the only thing I do outside of boxing, like for fun, would just be going watching a movie or watching a show or playing
Yeah.
video games. I don't know. Like I live like a child's life. I don't go out to bars or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I,
now
I I totally get it. Like I think in your profession, like you mentioned earlier, with the interviews and just, just the spotlight being on you, you just
Yeah.
want to just be in a room and just chill and not have any interruption, just be with yourself. And
Right.
yeah, I totally get it. I was just curious, like, you like to travel? You like, I don't know, riding the horses? I don't know. Like,
I've never ridden a horse. I
maybe,
can if I'm given the opportunity.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a huge travel fan,
Yeah.
but I think it's awesome to be able to travel.
Oh, yeah.
This last fight I had, we had to travel for 24 hours just to get to Africa. And so
Yeah.
that was a
Yikes.
headache. But being there, it was so beautiful and amazing. Like, I mean, Africa is like, it seems like it's not of this world. It's nothing like the US. It's amazing. Like, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Everything is enhanced. The sun was bigger in Africa. So the sun was like huge in the sky. It was crazy. So that motivates me to I want to travel more. I want
Yeah.
to be able to see places like that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Definitely Africa's on my list for sure.
But I
Yeah.
think in your profession, because of what you do, you're going to be able to travel all around the
Oh,
world. So that's not going to be
absolutely.
a
Yeah.
problem. You're going to see a
Absolutely.
lot of different places. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
yeah, it's something when you're doing your gift and your talent. When you're in your gift and your talent, yeah, the world is yours.
Yeah, no, and I didn't travel really anywhere before I started boxing, but when I turned pro,
Mhm.
then I was going to, Atlanta, New York,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mhm.
just so many different places. I'd never been to San Diego. I went to San Diego for a fight. I've been so many places in the country, of course, that I
Mhm.
never would have gone to if it wasn't for boxing. So it's gonna take me
Yeah.
other places for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And let's get back on the personal tip. I wouldn't be the
Let's do it.
reporter journalist that I am if I did not pry. So I got to know for the ladies out
Let's
there,
hear it.
Tell
who
them to stay
you
out
with,
your business.
who
Tell
you
them to stay out
with,
your
who you
business.
dating, who your boo.
He not gonna tell you. He gonna
Tell
tell
them to
you.
stay out your business.
So okay, so this is what I tell people. This is what I tell people. I tell people I'm married to boxing,
Ah,
but
the answer.
any woman that could come into my life outside of that would only be like a mistress to boxing. So
Whoa,
any
whoa,
girl,
God
hear me
damn,
out, hear me
shots
out, hear me
fired.
out. Any girl who would come into my life would have to be okay with, me
With being
being married
second,
to boxing.
with
Yeah.
being
Ooh.
second, with being second, pretty much. That's
I
what you're
mean,
saying.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Listen, okay, I say all this to say, I say all this to say, there are people out there who are okay with being second to a career, or
Yeah.
being
Sure,
second to a
sure.
dream.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing someone right now who is ideal for what I was just talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
So let me guess. So she, in my mind, probably is very, she's probably a businesswoman. She has her own thing going on, which means
Yes.
that she doesn't have time to follow behind you. Because I mean, let's just be real. Like most women, and when you are in the spotlight, I'm
Yeah.
sure you got them coming left to right, left to right. There's only
Yes.
one, and I'm almost certain that you are
Not
very. What, come on, Ward.
Who gonna get a
I'm
thumbs up?
listening. I'm listening.
He definitely gave you a
But no,
thumbs
seriously,
up.
like I'm almost certain that she's one of those women that really like has her own thing, and when you all get together, it's you all getting together, but it's separate. But when y'all
Yeah.
bring it in, y'all bring it in, y'all locked in. So I think that's dope.
Who
And
doesn't
it's
want to
smart.
be, who doesn't want to have a power couple? Like who doesn't want to have a woman who is a woman, an independent, powerful woman?
You want to
That's
talk
True.
about
awesome.
it? You want to
True.
talk
That's
like
awesome.
what do I have you here if you're not helping me build this empire, right?
And
So
that's true.
Yeah. I
you got to
mean,
have
yeah, no,
somebody that match.
every king needs a queen.
Absolutely,
She got to
absolutely.
know her lane, right? She got to know her lane.
Yeah.
Got to get in where she fit in.
She's
Huh?
got to get in where she fits in.
Now,
Yes.
did she ever have a problem at times with the dynamic of things? That's what I want to know.
That's a great question. This
Nico,
is
before you answer that, hold up.
yeah.
Before you answer
Okay.
that,
Let me hear.
don't let
I
the
feel
war
like
get you
go
in
ahead.
trouble. Remember, you have to go home tonight.
Well,
Not
you're
him.
like my
So,
lawyer. You're like my lawyer.
I'm
Oh,
caramel. I keep it real at all
Yeah,
times.
no,
I'm
she got the
keeping
mouth of a lawyer.
your
That
Caramel
indeed.
is
She got the mouth
Caramel's
of
like
a
my lawyer.
lawyer.
I've gotta consult with Caramel before I say anything official.
yes,
So
I gotta protect your interests. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love
nah.
it. I love it.
No, but I mean, this is what I can say is it's new. So
Yeah.
I don't know how
Oh, it's new.
she's never seen me go to a fight where like people at the fights recognize me, of course, and then everyone
Uh-huh.
wants pictures and this, and it gets like hectic, it gets weird. So I've never seen how
Mhm.
someone could react to that. They
Yeah.
either love it or hate it, but we'll find out, soon.
We'll
You sure
find out
will.
soon, huh?
Now,
Yeah.
now, now, wait. We had a relationship question of can a celebrity date a regular person? How do you
Yeah.
feel about that? And is the person that you dating in the
Look at him.
entertainment
Here he
industry,
go. Look, he
or
fishing.
are they just
He's
is she
still
just a regular boo?
He
No,
fishing.
okay, so listen, I would personally
Disclaimer. Nico,
okay, I'm
think,
listening to Caramel.
hold on. Think before you answer this because
Okay,
he's
let
trying
me
to get
think
some
here.
information from you.
Let me think here.
Hey,
Okay.
it ain't war
Here's
media
my
for nothing, man. Hey,
here's my official thoughts
Okay.
on the question. I personally wouldn't want to be with someone like in the industry, as you would put it. I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to because a lot of people, most people in the industry are egotistical and just weird, just strange. So I wouldn't want to be with, someone, and I don't think I'm like that. I don't think I'm in the industry, but I think I'm like a bit of an outlier. Like I'm not typical to what they normally are. So if I'd be able to find someone like that,
Mhm.
then I would stick with it. But for the most part, I wouldn't want to date in the industry. How am I doing, Caramel? Because okay,
You got it. You got it. Because
okay.
Ah!
so
Ward, did he answer your question?
he answered the question. Now, do you have friends or associates that are
He's trying to
dating
dig
people
in even more.
Okay.
that's not in the industry? Because Holly Weird is weird. I
Hollywood.
get
Holly
it.
Weird is strange.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So what
Um,
about your friends? Are they dating are most of your friends dating people that's in the entertainment industry, or they kind of roll with how you're doing, not an entertainment boo?
I would say that the majority of people stick with in the industry types,
Mhm.
but that from what I've seen, it's a recipe for disaster. It's not you. I don't know.
It is.
You gotta
It
find the
is.
right one.
Yeah, look, Nico, you are doing the right thing, sir, and keep
Yes,
doing the good work and keep that focus because you know they out there. They are out
that's
there,
right.
and
Like wolves,
mm,
like wolves. You know
mm,
what? I've got to say though, just to like industry or no industry, if the mom does not approve, then she's probably not, the one, or she's probably not suitable, I would say.
Okay.
So do
yeah.
you take
Yeah.
them all home to get mom's approval?
Oh no, 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 no. If someone's meeting my mom, then that's pretty
That's pretty serious.
serious. That's
Yeah,
pretty
as
serious.
as it should be.
So the new
Yeah.
Yeah.
boo ain't met your mama yet.
Oh no, Nubu met the
I
mom.
knew, boo.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
No boo
damn!
at the
She done
mama,
met moms already.
Yeah.
Yes,
He must be
I love
special.
it. I love
Oh,
it. I love
I
it. I
take
love
my
it. I love
time.
it.
I'm a patient dude. I'm a patient dude.
Yeah.
I've been, I've
Okay,
taken my time.
okay. That's what I'm
I
talking
love
about.
it. Well,
That's
Yeah.
hey,
what I'm talking
look,
about.
hey, boo. If you are watching, hey, boo.
Hey, boo.
she
Hey, boo.
she's probably not. I hope
Well, she's
not.
busy. She's busy. Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna meet her. I'm gonna meet her sooner or
Please say, I
later.
hope not.
Sooner
I'm
or
gonna be
later, it's
out.
gonna
It's gonna
happen.
be on
It's
all
gonna
our
happen.
social
I'm gonna
media
meet her
outlets.
sooner or later. I'm gonna be out there in Vegas next month or whatever, sometime next month. So we definitely, when I get to Vegas, we already said we're gonna hang out. So
We have
uh,
So
to. We have to.
speaking of Vegas, Floyd lives in Vegas, right? Like
Yes.
y'all run into each other quite often. Like y'all chop it up,
That's a
whatever.
good question. But
Yeah.
no, it's so weird. I haven't. I know where he lives. He only lives like I know the area he lives in. He
Yeah.
lives like maybe 20 minutes from me.
so you
Okay.
haven't met
15.
Floyd yet?
I've never directly shook hands with Floyd, but I'm cool with his sons.
Wow.
His sons and I are very, very cool. They're super
Okay.
down to earth dudes.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm cool with his
I was
kids
just
and
about to ask you if you
yeah,
met him
they're
or
awesome.
whatever, because I know I met Floyd, interviewed him and everything, talked to him. I've been to the Mayweather gym and hung out. So I know you get the Floyd off camera, and then you
Yeah.
get Floyd when the camera's on, and
Mm-hmm.
two totally different people. So I was going to ask you, which one have you met?
Yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, yeah, I wish I could say I've seen anything different, but I've only seen the Floyd on camera. That's the
Yeah.
only Floyd
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
bet him up, bet him up.
But
Now,
but you have to remember, hold up, boy. You have to remember this is the entertainment industry.
that's
So when
right.
that camera comes on, yeah,
Yeah.
that's that super ego or the alter ego. The alter
yes.
Yes,
ego. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But when
it
that
is.
camera is
I get
off,
that. Yeah,
people get to be themselves. So
Do
hey.
do
that's
you
right.
do you do that, Nico? Because I know your grandfather was great at that. When the camera came on, you got the poet, you got the jokester,
Yeah.
you got some of everything with him. You got the serious, you got the mental philosopher. Like, do you do that? Because I know, like with me, when the camera comes on, the wart comes on.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I don't know if I have an alter ego, but I would say
shut up,
like
Caramel.
No comments.
Your
after
face,
okay,
her
Reward.
face is telling everything.
Hence the shirt.
away
Okay.
away from the camera, I would say I'm just more quiet. I'm more like focused and I'm a
Yeah.
thinker. I'm always just like observing things.
Mhm.
So when the camera gets on, I feel like that's when I'm able to talk. I'm able to say what I'm thinking. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's an alter ego. I would just say my true self comes out
Yeah.
when the
Okay.
cameras come out. That's what I would say.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
dope. That's
Now,
dope.
now I know the girls got some more questions for you too.
Yeah, I'm just happy that Caramel got me through the female questions.
Ah!
Hey, we may not be done. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
We
And
got to
I
she's
still
still
explore the
got
here.
your
She's
back.
still
I
here.
still
relationship.
got your back.
Yeah,
That whole
she's still
I
here.
still got your
relationship
back.
question thing, we still got to explore that because there's so many dynamics of that.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Don't
Mm,
But
fall in the trap. Plead the
mm,
fifth.
Got you. Please.
hey,
Yep.
hey, I
mm.
resent that. I'm a good guy.
So, Ward, the first step to recovery is acknowledging
That you
Yes,
have a problem.
that
What
there's
I do?
it
Hey,
is.
man, we be on here and they be cracking up. This one at the bottom turns off her camera, and I'm like, what I do? Did I say something
Sometimes
wrong?
I have to turn it off.
I'm
Sometimes I
just
have to
like,
turn
what
it
I
off
do? What I
That
say?
is
I didn't say
funny.
anything. I'm like, I had to ask him, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? She turns off her camera because
all the
she gives
time.
me all these
All
faces.
the time.
Yeah.
and I'm
All the
always
time.
laughing. So yeah, just
Yeah.
uh
But who has talked the most? Mama, if Mama, if you're listening, my mom texted
Oh,
me
you're good. You're
one
good.
show. She said because I cuss and she said stop. My mama texted me.
Oh,
I'm,
oh, oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
doing
yeah,
I'm doing the show and my mama texted me. I'm looking at my phone. I get a text message. Stop all that cussing. She said
yeah.
stop all
Okay.
that cussing.
We need to have
I
someone
said
to just bleep if just in
right.
case. Yeah.
okay, Mama. I'm gonna
Doing
stop cussing.
good though, the show. You've been doing good.
So yeah, I've been doing good. So I'll
Okay.
say this: who been talking the most shit on
Okay.
to
Okay.
you in the
And
boxing game?
In the
Who been
boxing
talking the
world.
Oh,
most shit, and
That's a
who
good
have
one.
you had to just shut them the f up?
just running their mouth.
Ah. Oh, some there was one opponent that was really talking and being annoying. Most of my opponents don't.
Uh-huh.
Most of my opponents don't talk to me. Some of them do talk in the ring, but
Mm-hmm.
at that point we're already fighting. So anything that you say,
Yeah.
I can hit you right now. So
Right.
it's not as cool as talking outside. Uh, but there was one dude who was talking before the fight, and it ended in a first round knockout. And that dude was the only dude that was just like weird. Like he was just not respectful or anything like that. But most of my opponents are cool. Most of my opponents are respectful. They're just
Mm-hmm.
they try to, get in my head or something, and
Yeah.
it doesn't
All it
doesn't work.
is. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Now,
They
I
be
what I
take
trying to
do
nothing
psych
personal in
themselves
boxing.
up. They be trying
Uh-huh.
to psych themselves up. That's what it is.
Yeah, they are, and they try to
Oh
do it
yeah.
while we're fighting. But it's at that point we're already fighting, so it's too late.
My thing
Yeah.
is let's talk and just take it out in the ring. I mean, which I'm sure
Yeah.
that's the approach
I
that you.
don't talk to, I don't talk to anyone unless they talk to me.
Yeah.
I will not initiate I'm not like my grandfather in that sense because he was a loudmouth. I will not initiate any sort of trash talk. I won't. I keep it real, and if they want to talk, I'll jump at the opportunity to start talking trash because I think it's hilarious. I think it's
Yeah.
funny. I think it's fun to watch, to do, but I won't ever start it. But
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
But
I just sit there like this, waiting for them to
But
say
see, you could
something,
be
and
known
then
as
I'm
the
ready.
silent killer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like
The
Yeah,
silent
that.
killer.
yeah,
You know
Let's
what I'm
say
saying? So
that.
yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
like
yes.
you know what I'm saying. You bringing that different aspect to the game.
That's right. That's right.
Oh
SK.
yeah.
now let me ask you. I know your grandfather Muhammad Ali. Speaking of trash talk and all that, I can't think of
Yeah.
the guy's name, but he kept calling your grandfather Cassius, and your
Yes,
grandfather
yes.
took offense to that. I can't think who the guy was,
What's that?
but all while
I know who it was.
he was beating the hell out this guy, like, "What's my name?" Kept saying, "What's my
Yes.
name?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know who that was. Yeah.
No,
No, it
you don't
was.
know my name, Negro. By the time this beatdown is
It's.
done
I
with, by the
mean,
time I beat your ass, you
that
gotta
was
know.
real. That was actually just like a show of disrespect. He wasn't just doing that just to like
Oh,
sell the
absolutely.
fight.
Oh
He was
yeah.
like actually
Yeah,
trying to
absolutely.
disrespect him, and he got
Yes.
beat up for it. So boxing's not really the place where you want to talk and not get results from it, because there's a lot of keyboard
Mhm.
warriors nowadays, but you
Yeah.
can't do that when you're fighting.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
not.
Yeah,
I'll tell people my name is
Put a
The
finger.
Ward now. I know you may have known me as what my name, government
right.
name was, but I go by The Ward now. And
That's
you have
right.
to respect that. But I know with the niggas that talk shit to you, you
Yes.
at the end of the fight of beating their ass, you did your
Yeah, no,
grandfather's
it's
shuffle at the end of the fight after you done knocked him out. Was
it's
that
it's happened. It's happened, and it's funny, but again, I don't take offense to anything.
Mm-mm.
I don't take nothing in boxing personal. So they could say absolutely whatever. I mean, if they get personal, then it's personal, and
Yeah.
I'll still do something about it.
Right.
But um, I don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what's up? That's what's up.
Great
yeah.
life.
Okay, so
For
you
sure.
you may need Caramel's help one more again, one more
All
again.
right, please let's
Oh
lock in real
Lord. Oh
quick.
Lord. Let's listen to this.
What I do? I ain't do nothing.
No, we're just
We
ready.
You
I
boxing.
just
yeah.
asked a question. See,
Come
We
you
on,
just
see how
trying
Ward.
to
these
get
Okay.
over it.
people,
Come
Last
on.
call,
Come
Ward.
on,
Let's
Ward.
go. The floor
you
is
see
Come
how
on,
these
yours.
Ward.
people. So, Nico, what I want to
Yes.
know is what Hollywood baddie
Ooh.
has stepped to you, man, and said that
Mm.
Mr. Ali Walsh, I
Why you
like
say his
what
name like that?
I don't
I
know. They
like
sounded they sounded
I
just
like
like
what
you
I
too.
see, Mr. Ali
It
Walsh.
sounded just like
Wow.
that.
They sounded just
Oh.
no, Nico. They did for real. They sounded just like that.
No, if they sounded like him, I would have been scared. But
Yeah.
no,
I think you would have ran the other way. Like,
yeah,
no.
But what Hollywood baddie has approached you and shown some interest of wanting to get up with you?
A major blush. Major
I
blush.
don't think, I don't think, I don't think there's been any like real notable women doing that.
Uh-huh.
There's been, of course, you get a bunch of like people trying to like slide in your DMs, that kind of stuff, but I don't really I try not to focus on that stuff.
Yeah,
If that's a safe answer,
it
Caramel.
is.
Safe
Yeah.
answer.
10
Great,
out of
great
10.
job.
Yeah.
Great job,
Yeah.
10 out of
Nico. Don't fall for the ward.
Do we got any clapping? Any clapping? Mac, we got some clapping for my
10. Oh,
brother. He did good on that answer.
Yeah.
he
Hey,
did.
no,
Yeah.
my mom would be mad at me also if I was, just out there talking to every single girl. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I know we are coming up almost on time. Really, really great stuff we've talked about so far. Nico, if there's one piece of advice you could just give to the people that's watching right now, things that you live by yourself, like what will be that just like the biggest takeaway you want everyone to know on this live right now? What would that be?
Yeah.
I would say, just right off the top of my head, I would say just stick with whatever your dream is. Stick with whatever
Yeah.
your dream is.
Yep.
That's off the dome. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Stick with
Hmm.
your dream. And
Yeah, because
you'll never
everyone
lost.
gets lost. Everyone gets lost, and they want to take a different path. Stick with
Yeah.
that one path.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Other than your grandfather, who have you learned the most from, and what advice has stuck with you to this day?
In boxing terms, like I
Just
learned a ton from
period.
my mom, but in boxing
Boxing and
terms,
period.
Just
I,
yeah.
I just my first thought was Mike Tyson, because I of course he loved my family. My grandfather, he's been a family friend for my whole life.
Yeah.
But I went to his house before my first amateur fight, and he just would talk me through things. And I saw him, even in my pro career. So yeah, he's helped me out so much, and he's helped me mentally in boxing. He's given me a ton of advice. One thing that he said when I was 15 was, he said confidence breeds success and success breeds confidence. And I
Mm,
remember that quote to this day.
that's a
That
message
was
right
from your
there.
grandfather?
No, that was him.
Hmm.
He made that. He
Right.
just said it. We were
But
just talking. We were just
Hmm.
talking. I was getting ready to leave his house, and he hit me with that one, and I said, "Okay, I'm not forgetting that."
yeah, I love that. I love that.
What is the thing that drives you, and where do you see yourself? You're 23 now.
Yes.
What drives you, and where do you see yourself in boxing in the next 5 years? What do you hope to accomplish, and what do you want to do out when boxing's over?
Um, in the next 5 years, it's gonna be pretty impactful for my boxing career. I'm gonna be climbing that ladder
Yeah.
of whatever weight class I end up at, because I am only 23. I don't know if I mean, I'm gonna get bigger. I'm not gonna stay this same size the rest of my life. So we'll see
Yeah.
where I end up weight wise. But I see just me climbing that mountain. In 5 years, I'll be a totally different person, than I am right now, which is exciting to think about. But after boxing, I want to leave just a positive impact. I want to do other things. I'm big into film. I want to make movies one day.
Okay.
um I'm just, yeah, no, I want to help. I want to do things bigger than myself. So I'm not going to just stick with boxing. I want to do things bigger outside of boxing. So
I love
yeah,
that.
we're going to have to wait and see what comes with that.
Stay tuned.
Okay,
Yes.
I love it. I
sounds
love
good,
it.
man.
Can't
I know
wait
you
to
got
see
a
you.
yeah.
Yep.
Probably on that big screen. Or you gonna be a rapper? Which one? No.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no. I don't
Hold up,
listen.
hold up. He
I'm
might have
not
those
I'm
dreams.
not
You
the
never
type.
know.
I'm not the type. I don't like being really on camera. I'm not the
uh,
type. I like being behind the scenes. So if
uh,
anything, I'll be the guy filming. I'll be the
filming,
guy
right, right.
editing the
Okay.
videos. So that
Filming,
will be me.
producing, directing.
Yes,
I see
exactly.
it.
Okay.
I see
Exactly.
it.
Before
See,
we
me
let
and
you go,
we understand.
We're here. We're here.
That's right.
before we let you go, like Yeah, your Aunt Layla, like, what advice has she's giving you, and how does she feel about you stepping in her father's footsteps?
She said something that only an Ali boxing would be able to understand, which is every opponent you face is going to be the best version of themselves. Everyone, when they say they're fighting an Ali, whether it was my grandfather, my aunt, or me, they prepare. So even if I'm fighting someone who is supposedly a bum, they will be the most polished bum you've ever seen when they come to
Uh-huh.
fight me. And that's what she said, and I see that now, and it's true.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's
You
some
think
solid
Layla's
advice
done?
right there.
You think
Very
Layla's
solid.
done boxing? Or you
I
think
think
she
so.
make a comeback? Because I know Clarissa
I
Shields
know.
has been talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, no,
And
I don't. I don't think that'll ever happen. I think she has a happy life and family now.
Hmm.
I don't think there'd be any need for her to go back.
yeah, she called herself the GWOAT, the GWOAT.
Yes,
Look,
yes,
And she
that's a
been
cool
talking
name.
a whole lot of stuff to Layla in the past few months or so, and she been talking stuff to my girl, the bomb guard,
Yes,
Alicia. I don't think
I
she
met her for the first time
ain't she
yesterday.
sexy. That's my baby.
Yeah, no, I met her for the first time yesterday.
Do
She's
she
cool.
know that?
Look, signing off.
Trust me, she
Hold up, hold
she
up.
she knows.
She
Signing off.
met. Does she know that?
Alicia Baumgarten Gardner, she knows. That's my boo.
Do she
Yes.
do she really know?
She
She
really knows.
knows.
Okay.
She know. Damn it, she
Well,
knows.
she's in the industry, so
Okay.
you would be dating in the industry.
Mm.
Yeah,
She's
I don't know. I
excited
don't know
about
if I
that.
if I want
He
all that,
wants that.
Nico. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
Nico, he
know if I
Hmm.
wants
want
that.
all that,
He
man.
wants that.
yeah,
Don't listen to
I
him.
want I want her, but I don't know if I want all that goes with her. Yeah.
right, right.
Lord today.
Hey man, your brother, man, he's in the WWE. Do you support him or
No,
whatever with that?
he's an amateur MMA fighter currently, and yeah,
Okay.
no,
Blasio?
I'm at every one of his fights, and my family goes to those as well. So yeah, that's cool.
That's
Is he
your older
younger
brother.
or
But
older?
My
is it
older brother.
Okay.
Blasio? That's his name.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 2 years older, and he's having a pretty hell of a career,
Oh
also
yeah.
in UFC and everything. So, let,
Mhm.
let me ask you: do you think
Yes.
you may kind of sway over and do that also?
Would never happen. No.
No, you don't want to do
I'm
that
an
type of
old
stuff.
school guy.
Right. Right.
Yeah, old school. That's me.
Keep it classy. Keep it
Yeah,
classy.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what's up, man. So we know you got to go, ladies.
Yeah.
You got anything else for Nico? We don't want to keep him
You
too
know,
long.
I just got one thing. Ali Boombaye. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Thank you.
that's something you can just continue and just I'm with
Yeah,
you.
you say
Thank you.
your grandfather was close friends with
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, best friends. I'm gonna say this, and my father tells this story all the time because they lived in on the east side of Chicago at one point during their career, and it was so cold outside one day. My grandfather said, "Man, Muhammad Ali came into my house. He said, man, it was so cold. Superman had to catch a cab."
Oh man.
It was so cold, but like exactly what the movie showed. Like
Yeah.
he was quick with it, and
Oh,
those are the
fast. He
stories
was
that
funny. He was
my
funny.
father.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. So,
That
man,
is funny.
big ups to you. I wish you all the success. We're gonna
Thank
be
you.
looking
Thank you
out
so
for you.
much.
All blessings, seriously, man, for real.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely wish you nothing but blessings, on
Thank
your
you,
journey.
Caramel. Thanks
On
for
your
having my
journey.
back.
Because I see this, I see you being huge. I
Yeah,
definitely see
Thank you.
that. So yeah.
Thank you.
authentic for
Many
sure.
blessings, hon.
Yep.
Well,
No,
I'll
thank you
reach
guys for
out.
having me on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No
yeah. Thank
problem.
you for being a part of the Rundown Podcast
Yes,
show, man. It's been a pleasure. It's been great having you, man.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Um, I wish you all the success and everything that
Thank you.
your heart wants and everything that you put your mind to do. That
Definitely.
God will demonstrate His power and make sure that he gives you the desires of your hearts, man. So
Yeah.
we're praying for you, praying that you
Thank
stay
you.
safe and
Stay
that you have
strong.
an awesome, dope career, man.
Yep.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much. And this won't be the last time I see you.
Yeah, I'll
We
be
got
out
some hanging
there.
out to do.
I'll be out
Oh,
there
it won't
sometime
be the
next
last
month.
time you see any of us.
I'm on.
Oh no. We're
Yeah.
hanging out. We're hanging out.
Okay.
Come on.
Cool.
We're
Cool.
all
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Just not the war.
If you
Yeah,
ever in
yeah, no,
A,
but
hit. I'm
he
in
might be
Vegas.
sooner
I'm
because
hit,
he's gonna be here next month.
Yeah, and I got to
Yes.
give a shout out to my boy Derek Harmon,
Of course.
my big bro. A lot of people that may not know, Derek fought Roy Jones back in what 2003 or something like that. And
Okay.
Derek
Yeah.
has had a great
Awesome.
boxing career. He's also from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So big ups to my
That's my
brother
dude.
Derek Harmon. Like
Love to see.
we've literally been on the phone and we've prayed like intensely for one another. Literally praying for
Yeah.
one another on the phone. I remember some years back, he was dealing with some stuff. I had to pray for him, and I was dealing with some stuff. He would call me, pray for me. So, big ups to Derek, and just man, it's just hard being, getting when you find genuine people, you got to hold
Mhm.
on to them. And with
That's
me,
true.
loyalty is everything.
Yeah.
Everything to me. Loyalty is everything. As you see, my Niners won. I'm loyal. Over 20 some years, I'm a Niner fan. To my barber, to my business relationships, to my relationships, loyalty means so much. So if you got a brother in me, you got a
Hold up.
brother for life.
You're not even loyal to Chicago. Talking about the not. Oh,
On that
talking
note,
about
on
some
that note,
loyalty.
Nico.
I'm not loyal to that code. I'm
Nico,
not.
Thank you guys.
we gonna
I'm
we
not
gonna
loyal
close
to that
out.
code.
Hashtag do what they say you could not do. That goes for you, Nico.
Yes.
It goes for
Yes.
everybody
So
listening on this
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
as I always say, hashtag do what they say that you couldn't do. Is your boy The Ward. Nico, I'll call you a little later, man. We'll chop it up or
Yes,
whatever a little
sir.
bit more. I'll let you know when I be out in Vegas when we'll hang out or whatever, bro. So
Awesome.
from us to the rundown, we love you. God bless, man.
Thank
Peace.
Have
you.
a great night.
Bye.
Hey.
Yes, sir.